Good morning. Good morning. We are here with another beautiful day in the market. Let's see, where do I want to go? All right, so yesterday, two main stocks were moving, and I traded the one that I had the most edge in, which was CADL. CADL and Rent were the two that were up yesterday. Both of them were absolutely moving. Rent went from it started at what, $10, $9, and went all the way to 20. Insane move. Now the drops on this thing were monstrous. I mean, I'm talking about like 70-cent drops on these things. So if you look at this first move that went like almost, well, not almost, but it did go parabolic. The drop from up here was 22 all the way down to $18. And then if you got caught in that drop, you would have had to just hold through pain all the way down to $17. And then you got a little bit of relief and you really didn't get back to that level. You would have had to come out with a lesser loss and it continued down. So on this one, I did not end up touching Rent. I did, though, trade CADL. Now this stock, I am I am pretty not really upset or anything, but it's the entry that it was one rule, one thing that I had there that really got me on CADL, and I'll show you guys right here. So on this one, as you know, the strategy or the pattern that I've been using to make the most money is the ATR break and hold. And so I saw this thing up top, come up here, throw this wick all the way to 714, came down, test the ATR low. At this point, I said, okay, if it breaks down ATR low, I'm done with it. Kept watching it. It kept holding the ATR low, kept holding the ATR low, and got going towards the ATR high. Now, for me, I'm looking for the ATR high and the ATR high break and hold. So I actually went for the ATR high break. Got in here at 675 and it slammed down here like 20 cents. Now I did jump in here at the ATR with 1,000 shares, right? And it slammed down and I was like, oh no. The reason that I lost on this trade is because I did not wait for the candle to close. This candle had just pumped up here and it was looking super bullish and I was like, ooh, I need to take this. It's going to be going up, right? And it slammed down and I just stopped out. I was like, okay, that was bad. If I waited for this candle to close, this next candle did the exact move that I was looking for. On 1,000 shares, that would have been a beautiful trade from 676, probably up here to what, 768. Nice little $1,000 right there, almost. But I did stop out. I got back in though with 250 shares, much smaller size on this break, and I've been holding that 250 shares. And let's see what it's actually doing this pre-market. So this my entry on this 250 shares was 659. It's up to 710 now. I did hold overnight. And what I'm trying to see, a lot of times I miss continuation plays, especially when I stop out and then the next day they go up more. And so I'm trying to see how effective it is to use the ATRs as a stop, right? And right now, the stop from yesterday, the low down here was 610, and the ATR high was around 659. It actually recalculates every 14 bars. So every bar that's added, it recalculates. That's why you see it kind of dip off in here. But it came down and it's rested right on my entry position of the 659. Now I entered that 250 shares right when I saw this come down and I saw the volume coming in for a bullish move. I was like, oh, this thing's about to go through ATR. So I entered right there at the 659 and I was like, okay, well, if it holds 659, I'll just stay in it. And, that'll be my pretty much my stop out. That original loss though on that 1,000 shares that dropped down there on, I think it was from what, the 70. I got in at 76 and it dropped down to 50. So that was a 30-cent drop on that 1,000 shares. So it was about like 400 or something, 300 something like that. And so I'm just holding this 250. If it does break down back below that 659, I'm just going to go ahead and call it. But, it's throwing wicks up here to 710s coming into the open. The low of the pre-market is down here at 652. High is at the 715s. And I'll see what that wants to do. It only has 485,000 shares traded, but it is going up there and testing the seven, so that's pretty cool. I'm up a couple of cents, but man, the real money was yesterday on this trade where I literally just botched the trade. Should not have entered on that first touch, especially the thing that I just didn't clue into on this day was this failure. So it came up here and touched this level once, big failure. Came up here and touched this level again, even bigger failure. So I should have been more cautious, let it touch this level and prove that it can stay around this level without a big clap down like back here. And so that would have been a nice entry there. Even it doesn't look like it moved far, but with 1,000 shares, that's a pretty nice move from 675 up here to the 772s. But yeah, that was it from yesterday. Let's go back to rent and see what it's doing coming into the open. Rent looking real crazy. So kind of flattened out here. I don't know if it has a catalyst to continue. The only reason that I was more interested in CALD over rent is because of the pancreatic cancer catalyst. Pancreatic cancer is super deadly. Most people that get it, it's kind of the end game. But with them working on it, I was wondering. I was like, I wonder if more news circulates, can they get any kind of contracts? But I'm not gonna be holding it. I'm probably not gonna be holding it longer than today. It'll just depend on how it holds now. It really just didn't prove anything to me into yesterday afternoon. So I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna hold it and see what happens. But this is a small share size in comparison to my initial entry. I wouldn't be holding 1,000 shares overnight for sure, because that gap down, or if it gapped down, that would have been nasty. But 250, that's 25% of the regular share size, so not too much threat on that one. Anyway, it is 8:08, and good morning, Lori Lee and Donnell, and the others that have joined as well. If you guys see anything, especially under $5, let us know and we'll buzz in and look at it. See what kind of catalysts and kind of see what the floats and stuff are and compare the different sites as well. Let me look at the SPY. SPY coming on down, coming on down. Now, of course, this Wednesday, I was out doing work, but they did drop the new CPI reports, which showed that the interest rates are still on the rise. I don't know when or if they're going to even be able to do cuts this year. The plan was June, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's all just a wait and see thing. But as you can see, the SPY, it did run up what? Let's see. This is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So Wednesday, the SPY took a big dip here. Look at that dip off. Boom. Came down here, tried to resurge, and then gave it all back again. I guess we were looking for better news. Most people were looking for better news out of the whole CPI thing, but this move right here probably killed a lot of people. Moving from that 520 down here to the 513s, especially if they were trading up here waiting for what kind of news was going to come out. 519, and then all of a sudden, boom, downwards. But yeah, very interesting. Good morning, GD. I'm trying to see what. So almost every day of this week, we have had a 200% mover. Almost every day. Now, if one pops up today, there will be a full week of 200% movers. Now, a lot of them I did not mess with because either they had weak catalysts or no catalysts. I was like, yeah, let me not lose my shoes out here in the market. Some of them had massive drops like rent. I can't even remember the other ones. I mean, it seems since they were every day, I just forget them every single day. Forget them. But yeah, we'll see what comes out this morning. Right now, though, the scan's looking pretty light. Um, Top volume over $5 is not too busy, and then CADL and rent both not even to a million shares traded. Also, disclaimer before we get started: if you see me mark any levels, if you see me do any charting or anything like that, or just go over any kind of trading ideas or theories, just know it can be, take it as a grain of salt, because you have to have your own strategy, your own contingency plan in the market. A lot of times, you can get caught up with just seeing things happening and being like, man, I missed that one, I missed that one, I missed that one. Well, this person has a good idea, so I'm just going to do what they're doing. Nah, let's just formulate something based on statistics and go with it. And that's why I'm really not mad about the trade that I took on CADL. It was my strategy. I just entered early. I didn't wait for candles to close. And I literally, in my head, I heard myself say that as soon as I entered, I was like, I should have waited for the candle to close. Boom. And so I was like, okay, well, that's me. That's on me. It was a good entry and all of that. Good price level. I had called out 675 in the Discord way before, and I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna be hitting it at 675. And I just got impatient. It hit 675, and I was like, oh, I'm going in. Should have waited for the candle to close, hit 675. Even from 675 rather than 659, it still would have been a good trade, right? Because it went to 768. That's a dollar move on 1,000 shares. So it's like whatever. But yeah, interesting week. Only took one trade, and we're seeing CAD. And I'm what I'm doing is waiting for the new ATR to formulate. And I don't know if I want to use this old ATR as my stop out, because I don't want to get back too much on this 250 shares. I want to be like, okay, well, if it breaks down 6, I'm getting out. I actually want to see where the ATR is coming up, how it attacks the ATR high, and if it gets momentum going towards the ATR low, I'm probably going to get on out and be done with it. But I am trying to take part in more continuation plays, especially on things that have good catalysts, because pancreatic cancer is, something that needs to be not eliminated, but definitely remedied if it can be. Good morning, Reliable in the house. So I actually switched up my volume profile a little bit. I actually changed from the arrows to green and red down here. So this red dotted line is the low of the pre or the low of day. The green is the high of day. And then we have the value levels that are still the arrows. So basically, this is where the majority of the trading happened on this day. And then since the beginning, since pre-market, this is where the majority of trading has happened. So we'll see if it can hold or if it wants to get down through this. What is this spot? 1747 is the low value area. So if it starts pushing down low, rent's probably going to go down. It's the same thing with CADL. I'm looking for it to hold up. If it starts going down, I'm gonna go ahead and jump, pull the chute. Um, I did. I was talking to Reliable outside of the stream and everything in the Discord, and we were talking about a stock that I saw called HR, and it's a healthcare stock, healthcare realty, and just looking into it, looking into the different dividend plays and things like that, and I'm trying to add some medical stocks to my portfolio. And Reliable was like, nah, man, you need CVS. But yeah, still watching. I did add to HR. I not add. I got into a position into HR, just a small position, looking for some repeat of history. And to show y'all the stock that I'm talking about, this kid right here. We go out to the higher time frame. So this is what I was looking at on HR. So it has a previous high of 44.19. I looked at this level here, down here at 14, this little pivot level here. I actually entered into this at 14.05, somewhere in here, and I was looking for it to come down. I'm only in a small position, but I'm looking to buy low, and it does pay a dividend. But looking to buy low, and even if it gets back up to 20, it doesn't have to go up to 30. I mean, still that would be a good move. So I'm just buying a little bit of the dip at a time. Probably won't even enter everything this year, right? I might be at the end of the year with 50 shares. You never know. But just entering a little bit at a time. It did kind of get a pop, but I don't really care. I actually wanted to come down more into this cloudy level here. It had a low of 1206, and that's what I was playing for. And what a lot of times when we talk, I say I'm looking at the repeat of history. Look at what it does. It comes down, recovers, comes down, recovers. And so I'm looking to catch one of these recovery bounds, right? That's what I'm looking to do. And it's been down here to 12 before. So I'm okay with holding this thing, for years to come until it may be back over 20 or 30, right? And what I was thinking is, since inflation is continuing to go up and prices are continuing to move up, I'm thinking, okay, well, food's going up, property expenses are going up, rental expenses are going up, health and Medicare are going up. So can I get some entries on something that has showed repeatable recovery, right? That's what I care about. Let's see some repeatable recovery. Now I know he's like, oh, well, this thing's fundamentals is up. I'm like, I'm just giving it a shot, and it's on small size. Not like I grabbed 1,000 shares down here, right? I just grabbed maybe 10 shares down here just to play it small for now. And if it does come on down into this cloudy level, add a little bit more, as it comes on down, looking for that recovery back up. But yeah, that is the trade. I actually wanted to show it so he could see it and not think that I'm stupid getting into this horrible trade, right? I'm looking back at the past history, looking for the history to repeat itself into recovery mode. And think about it, 10 shares, even from where it is now at $14 back up to 20, is still a good move, even on 10 shares. I don't really care about getting big size. If it allows me time to get big size, great. If not, just go, just go. I'm okay with you just going. Well, that's the thing too, reliable. Like I thought AT&T was just going to be a trade. I grabbed some of it and it jumped from 14 up to 15 up to 16 and then it's paying a dividend too. I was like, why sell it? It's not giving me any signal to sell. So I'm gonna wait for a signal to sell or some really bad news and I'll get out. It's more of like looking at the market, looking at the history. It's really history based, really, more than anything. History and not even really pattern based, but history. Just the ebb and flow of the market. And plus, it's been trading since 95, so I had plenty of history to look at. And that's one of the other things that I do in my dividend. I don't really trade anything that's under 5 years of trading. Because it's just not enough history to play off of, not enough repetition, not enough pattern recognition that I can do there. But yeah, I want to see how the inflation affects medical costs and definitely medical facility upkeep, right? That's what I'm really interested in on the medical side, trying to get some of those in my portfolio. But we'll see. Everything's coming to a head towards the end of the year with the presidential election. And we'll see. Reliable called out PRZO. PRZO. Let me jump over there. It is 820 PRZO, moving. Let's see. So this one has been moving upward. Let's look on the larger time frame. I think we looked at this one in the past as well. So it looks like it had an IPO, and a lot of times we see these, they'll IPO and they'll get beat down for a while, and then they come back up and come through. Um, it looks like it did challenge the $1 level at some point in the past, maybe last month. But yeah, came down, has a low here of like 57 cents. And, yeah, it could give a jump. I don't know exactly what this company does, but yeah, I definitely remember the name. And it looks like it's had some bounces here out here on the daily as well. So interesting. Let's go look at what this thing is. PRZO. Profile Parazero Technologies. Parazero Technologies Limited, an aerospace company, designs, develops, manufactures, distributes, and sells autonomous parachute safety systems for commercial drones in the United States, Israel, Canada, Europe, and internationally. The company offers Safe Air System, a smart parachute system that monitors unmanned aerial systems flight in real time, as well as identifies critical failures and autonomously triggers a parachute in the event of an emergency. Its autonomous parachute system portfolio includes Safe Air Phantom, Safe Air Mavic, Safe Air Mavic 3, Safe Air M200 Pro, Safe Air. Okay, they got all of these products here. And custom integrations. Okay. So there are all their products, and this is what I was just reading. I just switched over the screen. The company serves system manufacturers, resellers, and online stores. Parazero Technologies Limited was incorporated in 2013 and is headquartered in Kairat, Ono, Israel. Okay. So they're looking like they want to test $1 again, up to 94 cents as of now. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. How much, what they got going today though? Let's see how much. Is this one that you're swinging? I believe it's probably one that he's swinging. Almost a million shares on the day, up 17%, 18%. Okay, that's why you're seeing it on your scan. So, yeah, 17, 18% there, and we'll see what happens at the open. Is that the biggest mover on the day, PRZO? Do we not have anything over like 50% under $5? It's interesting. But I guess every single day of this week we've had 200% movers, so it's been kind of, in and out. Reliable says every name has the potential to be a swing in my book. Oh boy. Oh, Reliable, wow. That's wild, bro. That's I don't know if every name has the potential to be a swing. Some of these stocks, I don't know about holding them overnight or anything else. I'll call them back. PRZO swinging back down towards the 87 cents there. So touch 95 twice, that level, and swinging off of that 95 down here to 87. And Reliable says depends on the entry. Exactly. So yeah. So if you got a good entry, then but good entries only come before the crowd. You have to be in before the crowd for the good entry. Sometimes you get in with the crowd and they get you killed. If you're trying to swing, if you're trying to day trade, you need to be with the crowd. You go in without the crowd and then you just get left out in the cold. All right, rent is looking like it is waking up right now, going back towards the 19. We have about 5 minutes until the open. We haven't seen anything over 5 that's really given any talented moves that are drawing people's views, but we will see on the open what kind of comes of all of this. And rent, we'll probably watch rent out of the open. CALD, I'm not too worried. I just want to put a stop in on this one. Out of the open, just in case it does something extraordinarily bad. So we'll see what rent does first. Remember, Rent had the reverse stock split news, and it also had its fourth quarter reports that it issued yesterday. And so that's kind of the reasoning for its move. I don't know if it's going to be a continuation stock. We'll just have to see out of the open. But as far as the volume looks on it, only 500,000 shares. I don't know. We'll see who becomes interested here. Let's get this going. And I'm wondering, like, if people did take losses on this week, especially on like things like Rent or something crazy that had super crazy moves, will they come in on Friday swinging a big stick and trying to swing for the fences on the last day of the week? Is the question. And then again, can we identify what that thing is that they're swinging the big stick on? Will it be something cheap like PRZO, or will it be something it's a little bit more range? Lori Lee called out PXMD. PXMD there. Up 176%. Uh-oh. Looks like there's something for people to swing a big stick on. It's got 35 million shares traded on it. 35 million shares. It moved from 46 cents up here to $1.03, fell back down to 78, and now is back above $1. Okay, okay, I like it. Well, I say I like it. Let me not give the wrong impression. I like identifying it. Let me fix my English there. I like identifying it. We'll see what it actually is and what's going on with it here. PXMD. All right, let's see. So 16 hours ago, it achieved a key milestone in the development of PAX 101 and provides an update on potential NDA submission. Okay. So what are they working on? Submission, FDA. What is this? Treatment of stage 1 human African. Oh my gosh. Okay. Trypanosemiasis. Trypanosemiasis. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know what this thing is. Let's go and see what is human African trypanosomiasis, or HAT. Caused by triple. Oh my gosh, these words. Gee whiz. Let's go look at this. What is this? Okay, a disease caused by a parasite, trypanosoma, trypanosoma brucea, and is transmitted to humans through, oh my gosh, the tsetse fly bites. I remember these flies. These flies are deadly in Africa. Okay, so yeah, this disease is also known as sleeping sickness. All right, so how rare is this? Is that who in fact, let's see, takes two forms, blah blah blah, currently accounts for 92% of reported cases. Oh, how rare is it? African. Oh, the market open. My fault. Market is open. PX whatchamacallit is on the move. PXMD. So sleeping sickness, African sleeping sickness is the thing that's going on over there. Let's go and look at Rent. making moves down. Now its ATR has been calculated out here. ATR high of 1951, and it's pushing towards the ATR low here. If it gets below this 1793, I'm thinking it's going to be bearish on the day. Looking at CADL, I need it to hold up, and I need it to pretty much hold above my entry point, which was the 659. But I'm gonna give it the first couple of minutes to see if it can start attacking higher before I put a hard stop in there. All right, rent popping up to that ATR high there of the 1961. So it's kind of tested both sides here, forming a nice indecisive candle there on the 15 minute. PRZO still sitting. PXMD, that's the one. This one's going towards this ATR low at $1. We'll see if it pushes through that or if it can hold up this level here. Let's see what we got. What's up, Mike D? And then Reliable Rudy also called out HKD has an interesting barcode going on. Barcode, that sounds like a lot of consolidation on HKD. Let's see. Yeah, this barcode, it's got its ATR out here. ATR high is 393. It's going towards ATR low though. So pushing through the ATR low actually. And we're seeing this one, PXMD, trying to hold up with all of its strength above $1. Rent jumping above ATR high here. Above the ATR high at 1974. So it is looking bullish. It's up 5% there. Up 5%. All of these are pretty much reaching 1 million shares except CADL. It hasn't reached 1 million shares yet, so that one's kind of on the back burner. But rent pushing up to the previous highs there. You see that green dotted line? Those are the highs. Let's see if we can push out of it. Highs at 20, what is this? 2062 up there. Wow, wow, wow. Looks like it wants to break it, pushing it out a little bit. So it did push out of their value level, getting a little bit of pressure. We can see the volume coming in here on the volume profile. We'll see if it can hold up this value level of the 2028. Needs to stay above 2028. All right, value level has moved up, so that means a lot of volume has come in above the ATR high. I don't know if it's shorts or longs. We will have to see how the candles pan out. Woo, knocked up again. Okay. Hefty moves to the upside up here. 21.50 on rent. PXMD did get below $1, and PRZO still watching that one up 15%. But yeah, rent is the opening, you know, how they do the I don't even know if this will be a gap and go. This will be like more like continuation, right? This is like continuation on yesterday's move. It is, oh, it's not halted. I thought it was halted. Still needs to hold above the 2109 is the top of the value level. Has not done any pullbacks yet on the 15 minute or based on the 15 minute. PXMD, yeah, big moves through the ATR low there. And now this is probably going to be a bearish trend unless it could pull back over $1. But that's going to be heavy resistance at that ATR. And I mean, it's a whole dollar level and it's like a heavy resistance. So just kind of bad all around for it. Rent is into a halt. Never did give a pullback. We'll see how it opens. It has ATR all the way down here, ATR high all the way down here at 1977. And as the day goes on, the more it trades above the ATR high, the higher the ATR high moves. So, and the further away it gets from the ATR low, the ATR low actually moves out away from it as well. Let me look back over here. CADL looks like it did test the ATR low. I want to see it start getting above this ATR high of the 702s and kind of playing upwards if it can. But it already tested the low as well. We'll see what the next candle looks like on that one. It's just a big, not really indecision. It's kind of bullish, but I'm not trusting it yet. And after the first 30 minutes, I'm probably gonna put in a hard stop. If it breaks down, I'll be out. But I believe if it comes below this ATR low, it's probably gonna be going on downward. So I'm gonna have to calculate how I want to stop out of this one. All right. So PXMD, back over to it. It's kind of hard to play these down here because you don't know how low it's actually going to go. So, you almost have to buy green, which puts you in a bad position because buying green, you're usually already behind the buyers. By the time you see the green, the professional traders or the people that are seeing all of the trades going in, they've seen the green like 15 seconds before you. So by the time you get in, you're way behind them. So just got to be mindful of that. And we'll see what time is rent supposed to be opening is the question. Rent. Where's my halts? Trade halts. Okay, rent halted at 9:34:47. So it should be opening up at 9:39:47. A couple minutes. And we'll see how dangerous rent wants to be on today. Will it be as dangerous as it was on yesterday? Oh yeah, CADL back over ATR high. So this is good. So this is what I've been observing in my trading analysis or my back testing. A lot of times I get out of these trades when they're still making higher ATR highs and they're pushing up. And I'm like, why am I getting out on these? So I want to see how much this thing can go. And if I can recover my loss back here, I think it was like 300, $400, but it's holding up this, whatever, $7 right now and pushing up. So I do like CADL. I want to see it try to consolidate around the 750s is what I was looking for yesterday. And it just couldn't seem to do it, but it is bullish above this ATR high. It just needs to hold above it. I got 260 shares as well. So we'll see how that goes. And I'll figure out where I want to put my stop there. But giving it time. And the other mistake I used to make is at the open, I would just immediately sell at the open. Not give it any time to play out, any time to show me anything, just get out. So I'm letting it kind of prove itself, All right, rent. We got 39.47. Got about a minute left on rent. PXMD has pushed back up to this dollar level, right up to this ATR low. So right now, ATR low is at 101. And right now on the buy sell indicators, we have 71% on the sell side. So sellers are definitely trying to have their way with this little stock. Got 37 seconds until rent opens. Let's see what it's got. So all of the stocks that we're watching are now over 1 million shares traded. They've got the volume, and all they got to do is make the decisions that need to be made. Here goes rent about to open. Let's see how it does. Now, yesterday's high was all the way up here at the 24.18. It did open higher, pushing right up to that. Will it match the top there? 24.18 there, pushing right up to it. And there is the resistance. So that was yesterday's high right there that it just came up to. What will a pullback look like on this thing? Oh boy. Going on up there again, pushing just a little bit over yesterday's high. Well, I say a little bit. 24.13 up to 24.89. That's not a little bit. That's quite a bit. So we'll see how that, and it just moved the value level up. Has ATR high back here at the 1996. Has a lot of room back if it wants to pull back. PXMD retesting the dollar again. I don't know if it's going to be able to continue to keep up with rent and the exposure that rent is getting in this first couple of minutes. All right, rent pulling back off of those highs. It went up there and tested the high. If anybody was greedy up there and didn't take that profit, now they're down from 24.72 all the way back down to 21. So that's a $3 loss back within these levels. So got to kind of give it time. And this is kind of why I give the first couple of minutes to play out here. This 15-minute candle will be closing in 4 minutes though, and we'll see what kind of action it wants to give. CADL is also heading down, so probably gonna see what it wants to do is snap back against this ATR high, going towards the ATR lows. The value level down here is at the 657s, and I'm thinking if it starts to break that, it's probably gonna be done for the day. So I'm gonna be probably placing my stop somewhere around 656 or 652 up in here for the breakdown, and getting on out. But it has not closed. It has not even closed the first 15 minutes, so not gonna rush it. All right, rent. What we got? PXMD was not able to hold up the dollar. Seems like back under and at 98 cents. And rent, we got 3 minutes on this close. I'm kind of just circulating, keeping my eyes on everything. And why is this one not up? This looks like it's not updating. Where is my top volume? There we go. Okay, rent. And then we also have, what is this? GL trash. Yeah, so right now the top ones are rent, GL. Nothing really over 10% as of yet. So giving it time. Rent slowing down here. We'll see. Does it have enough gusto to break these highs again? To re-break, going back up there and trying to test, but it's hitting the value level high, which is the 2350. 2350 is the top of that. 2 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. PXMD fading away from the ATR low as of now. About to open up the new candle. It'll be opening up way lower. So yeah, that's a little bit of risk. Let's see what rent wants to do coming into the close of this candle. It has 30 seconds until this 15-minute candle closes. And if you look back here, it's actually struggling with the point right here that was back here on yesterday, 22, like right at $22 right there. So let's see how can it even close above this level or what? All right, new candle opening now. And the question is, can it hold above this $22? That's kind of struggled with. Lot of volume coming in here. Okay, let's see if it's buying or selling. Has room all the way back down here to the ATR high if it wants to check in at $19. So let's see. 100%, almost 100% on the sell. Okay, so it tapped that level right there, 22.16, showing a little bit of buying off of that. Can it actually break that level? Reliable says nice move on INDO. Let me look at INDO there. There's something. Okay, yeah, INDO getting on back up there. I haven't looked at oil in so long, man. I just kind of just haven't been paying attention to it, I guess. Let's put INDO up here. INDO, let's see what else y'all called out. LLAP, holding 150 still, leg up waiting to happen. Lava said you got Hustle as well. Nice. See, you're doing oil plays this year, huh? Okay. DO, INDO, INDO. Yep, yep. Let's look at oil real quick. I haven't looked at it in like months. Oh yeah, oil is kind of up. Let's go zoom back here. So it had previous highs 80. Actually, let's go to the bigger time frames. So last time I traded it was this time last year, May up to September right here. And now it's doing another move. And this is a repeat of a pattern, right? Came up here and tested back here, failed, came through, came back up here, failed, came back up here to the same level, got through, failed, came back to this same level. So, you know, but with interest rates continuing to go up, maybe the prices of oil and all of that will go up as well. So that's probably why we're seeing this little bullish move here, especially coming into summertime. Oil is just a little bit higher priced. EXMD still under. Let's look at what we have up here. Rent has not made the decision. It tapped this level, but does it really want to stay above this level? Now, if it snaps under this level and then snaps back above it, then that will be confirmation of a little bit of strength, right? It failed and then popped right back up. But as of now, it's like, it could go either way. Right, coming down back to this level on rent, snapping through it. Can it pop all the way back above this 22 level? And again, this would be one of those moments where I'd be like, I would need to see this candle close because I don't know how low it's going to go, right? But this is a 15-minute candle, so it does take a little bit more time for them to actually close. But testing that level, is it going to dump through? It did move the control level up here to what, the 2156 and popping right back above this level. So my question would be, can it close above this level of the 22? PXMD coming back up here, given. So this is what I was talking about. This is how you have to buy on these on a green candle where it's showing you strength. And you got to know that this ATR here is like a wall. Like they rarely go through that unless they got some really good catalysts. So we'll see how it reacts to this 101 and if that 101 will become resistance. INDO popping back up as well. Hit down here to the 325s and looking bullish above the ATR high. Rent back below this level of the 2216. Getting a little abuse there. 850. All right. GL, not too interesting. Continues to try to hold this level of the 22. If this is resistance, though, it should be pumping away from it. and getting back towards this 2105. But it continues to look like it wants to hold around that level. Okay. PXMD back up here. It tapped the ATR low, and I'm thinking it's going to find a lot of selling pressure off of this wall at the ATR low. Tap the ATR low here, and looking like it's finding some pressure. Let's see if it's going to get through it, though. I don't know. At this point, it's bearish to me. And we're getting a dump away from this level of the 22 now, all the way back down to the 2090s. And now it's only up 8%. So I'm thinking people are going, it's going to be disappearing from some scanners, and people are going to focus on PXMD right around this ATR low and looking for it to fail for continuation downwards. But it looks like it's holding up here. ATR low, getting that tap. Where's this 105 line? What is this? I don't know where that came from. Maybe that's from a past look at it. 105. Okay, so that came from somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what my process or my mindset was when I put that in, but okay, it is hitting there at the 105, and we'll see if it can hold above the 101s. Getting above the 105s, though. Can it become bullish by getting all the way back up here to the 120s? Rent, again, pumped down to the 2050s and now going back towards that 22. So still a little bit of bullish action over here on this one. Let me go check CADL out. What was it over here doing? So it came low, retested the value area, got bought up off of this 659. And so this is where I was saying I was going to put my stop after this first 30 minutes of the day, 654. And that's going to be right on this value level. If it wants to start making higher lows and trying to get above this $7 and holding, cool, I'll let it play and just continue to hold that one. But we'll see what happens there. If it wants to stop me out, cool. This thing, rent, has jumped all the way back over 22. So very bullish coming into the last couple of minutes of this candle here. Huge wick higher. That's a huge wick right there. Wow. It might even go green. 2319-ish. Yep. Showed green for a little bit right there. So 2322, a little bit of struggle right there. It almost got over it. And then Donnell is into PXMD. After he got over that ATR high, playing back within this range, threw a wick up there to 113. INDO getting on up as well. It has not reached 1 million shares traded on that one, though. Uh-oh, it's looking like it's getting up there. It's trying to flip sides there and go green. There's the green, 2330s, and it's got a break of high at 2370 if it can hold that. 2370. That's a huge buy up though. That's what, a $3 buy up, and then it's got the top up here of 2472. It's kind of playing around this level. I know some people are getting joked into this one. And this is one of the reasons I'm like, wait for the candle to close, because it can do this kind of stuff at a specific level and just get people to buy and then take them down. And the range is pretty big. So, look at this thing. Got back over there. Let's see if it flips back red. Wow. Pop back up over 2322 all the way up to the highs there. What is this? 2472. Wow, man. That's a lot of range. 24.49 all the way back down to 23.50. That's a dollar loss on that little hunch down right there. Okay, PXMD also finding pressure back to the ATR low. Ooh, CADL. Okay, okay. I like to see you hold in there and get back over those 90s. That'll be beautiful. But yeah, rent is definitely taking rent and giving rent. But you just got to be on the right side, I guess. Because right now it is playing heavy around. Look at that drop all the way down to 22.20s. That's, I don't know. That's a lot of risk. How can you manage that risk right there? Unless you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to do a max loss of $3,000 per trade. And if I lose it, I just lose it. Oh man, you be getting cooked out here. All right, INDO slowly sleeking its way up to these highs up here, 370s. And then PXMD, is it losing volume yet? Nope, still getting some trading. I just don't like this. If it's gonna go, just go. This whole flipping back and forth is crazy. It's just an indecision candle right now. Yeah, I don't really like it, man. Okay, so looking like it's throwing some wicks further up. Can it break out? Okay, it broke a little bit by like an inch and all the way back down. So 24.96. Oh, wow, that hurt somebody. I know it did. Wow. So this is usually I wait the first 30 minutes to kind of get a gauge of what the market wants to do. And then I try to do something. But on these, yeah, I see a lot of blood in the water. I do. PXMD still holding this 105 level, holding over ATR. But again, it's going to have to make a higher low than this $1. It's only up 6 cents. So, you know, INDO going up there and testing right at the 170s, looking like it wants to break over. I'm seeing another. Wait, what is this? EZGO up 7,000%. Oh, that's trash. I don't even know what it's doing, but it's up 75,000%. So, and it's not moving. I don't know. PXMD doing the same kind of movements that Rent is doing, kind of fake outs above that level, getting up there and doing a lot of flashes. A lot of flash play right here. And a lot of times in these levels, when you're looking at the smaller time frames, it's giving you patterns to trade. And so you could just get caught up because those smaller time frames don't have the power of the larger ones. You can get caught up on a minute chart or a 10-second chart and get blasted by one of these drops. Like, let me go see what the minute chart looks like. 30-day, 1 minute. Okay, so this is the minute chart. I have not looked at the minute chart in so long. Okay, had a pump up, down. So if you bought for a breakout, 23.92 all the way back down to 21. I mean, look at the minute chart. It could definitely give you a pattern and end up killing you down here. Let's go 5 minute. 5 minute chart, basically the same, really. You could see these, you could see buying pressure coming in here. If you were patient enough to wait for a 15-minute candle, you would have seen these, that pressure coming in. Let's see, and then back to the 15. Back to the 15, jumping up there real quick after hurting everybody down low. Let's see where, look at this drop, man. No way it goes red, right? That's what people are thinking. No way it goes red. No way it comes back and drops down here to 23.16, right? All right, PXMD opening up above the ATR low, so it needs to test and close this candle above the dollar, and it's already down to the dollar. I don't know if it's gonna break. Yep, breaking down. A little bit of weakness at the ATR low, and rent continuing upward after faking everybody out down here around this 22. Think about how many traders were getting in here and they got stopped out, and now this thing is up $3 per share from where it was and going into a halt. Oh, I thought it halted. Did not halt. False halt. Okay. INDO coming into this level as well, sitting there. And then my guy CADL, just kind of waiting for it to hold above the 692s. And looking to put my stop in. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Okay. So it's 9 o'clock. I need to call one of my clients back that called during the stream. I'm going to just manage risk on CADL, but these other ones like rent and all of that stuff, I'm going to let those play with people's souls today. And then PXMD, still holding the ATR low. ATR low right now is 101. ATR high is 121. Now these recalculate every time, but what doesn't recalculate is the actual daily ATR. Daily ATR, it has not even touched it yet. Up here to 123 ATR high and 99 cents. It did get past that and it's holding above 99 on the daily chart. That one won't recalculate until the next day. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We see rent did actually go into a halt. INDO still muddling. Oh, well, it was muddling around. And then CADL trying to hold up this 690 here. But the longer it trades within this level and trades towards the high side of this, the more bullish potential I think it can have. So I'm just going to let it play. Anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content. We are out here trying to manage risk and be very perceptive of what's going on in the market and not getting our boots smoked, right? But yeah, that is it for today. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Y'all have a great weekend. If you're going to continue trading for today, definitely keep your head on a swivel. And let's see, is that it? Do we have any other holidays? I don't think so. Okay. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.